Ghost birds, amazing creatures that seem to come straight out of the Jurassic period, and even owls whose home lies deep in earth. These are the 7 strangest birds you had no idea existed. Number 7. Monkey-eating eagle. The sky is full of strange birds, but in the Philippines, there's one that stands out above all others. It's the monkey-eating eagle, a 4-kilogram, 8-foot-long animal that soars through the clouds and swoops to the ground to catch its prey. Its appearance is quite unusual. Its wings resemble those of a bat, and on its head, it has a strange dry and drooping fur similar to a bad cut. Some tourists have had fun photographing it, as it looks like a 1970s starlet but with a bad hairdresser. However, its victims have little opportunity to laugh. Monkeys flee from its clutches with more than justified desperation, because this eagle shows no mercy when it comes to feeding. It's even believed that there currently are only 400 pairs of monkey-eating eagles in the wild, and their decline looks set to continue until, perhaps, their extinction. Number 6. Ghost bird. To meet the next bird on the list, it's necessary to travel to the thick forests of New Caledonia. A majestic creature lives there, which the local inhabitants call Kagu, and the world has nicknamed the ghost bird. One glance is enough to discover the reason for this nickname. Kagu has shimmering, lush, cloud-white plumage. In fact, when the sunlight illuminates its body, it shines with a bewitching intensity. But when it receives the rays of the moon, it takes on a translucent and almost ghostly appearance. However, it seems that the beauty of the Kagu has also been a curse, since in spite of possessing large wings, these birds cannot fly. They can barely flap their wings to scare off predators, although this has allowed them to develop other unusual skills such as swimming. The Kagu is an excellent navigator, and with its long legs, it can run across the sea with the same ease and dexterity as a lion across the savannah. Number 5. Tawny frogmouth. In the vast realm of birds, it's inevitable that some will look alike. This is normal, but they're never identical, for there are always variations in colors, features, and shapes. However, when observing the tawny frogmouth bird, it's impossible not to believe that we are looking at an owl. Native to Australia and Tasmania, this majestic creature of nature often has a malevolent and enigmatic appearance that's easy to mistake for that of owls. There are several differences. To begin with, its plumage has various colors ranging from white to brown. In addition, although they have large fixed eyes, they're usually much smaller than those of owls, and their captivating shades vary from yellow to orange and even red. But the biggest difference is found in its beak, which is where its name comes from. The tawny frogmouth bird has a monstrous jaw full of small, sharp teeth that allow it to shred the flesh of its prey with just a few bites. This makes it a terrifying creature, with an extraordinary ability to camouflage itself in nature and hunt by day and night. Nothing escapes it, and although it can be fascinating and beautiful to the naked eye, be careful because it won't hesitate to pounce on your face and cause you great suffering. Number 4. Southern cassowary. The creature you're about to meet is practically unknown to 90% of people. Its appearance has great prehistoric characteristics, with a crudely assembled body splattered with a myriad of fun-related colors. Despite its graceful and taciturn appearance, the southern cassowary is known as a ferocious and dangerous creature that can attack without warning and dismember an adult male very easily. The southern cassowary is the second largest bird in the world. It can weigh almost 100 kilos, and its claws reach a length of 1.5 feet. This has given it the nickname of killer bird, although many consider it a survivor of the Jurassic period, since it seems to be the heir of the ancient dinosaurs. It's undoubtedly one of the most amazing birds you'll ever see hiding on our planet, although crossing its path is never a good idea. Number 3. Burrowing owl. When it comes to owls, we're used to watching them vigilantly from high above. Most live perched in the branches of trees, scanning everything around them with their large eyes in unchanging countenance. There's one exception, a distant cousin that breaks the record. It's the burrowing owl, And as its name already seems to indicate, it's a bird that has had to adapt to its environment in order to survive. This interesting creature makes its home underground and unifies with other owls, as this species lives in large communities. The most amazing thing about it is that each owl has a turn to protect the burrows, which is why they stay on the surface, with their big yellow eyes fixed on their surroundings. If they detect danger at any time, they emit a soft hoot that allows all members of the community to get to safety. Of course, this is a very strange and unusual species. Its characteristics make it stand out above many birds, and if you'd like to meet it someday, its habitat is found only in Mexico, United States, and Canada. Number 2. The hoatzin. It's impossible to talk about birds and not travel to the Amazon. In this thick jungle, you can find some of the most amazing and beautiful species in the world, and some of the most dangerous. But in the midst of all of them, there's the hoatzin, a small bird that seems to have inherited all the genetic leftovers of its species. The hoatzin is considered to be one of the clumsiest birds since its limbs aren't well proportioned and it has difficulty making quick movements. It's also unable to fly without difficulty and has a powerful smell of dung that drives away almost any living thing that approaches it. Still, the hoatzin can be fascinating. Its almost random characteristics and its intense and varied colors make it a unique animal in the world. A graceful and cheerful beast that, despite its many disadvantages, is still happy in the middle of the Amazon jungle. Number 1. Magnificent frigatebird. When it comes to mating rituals, birds can get very creative, and one of the most ingenious is the magnificent frigatebird, a peculiar lover whose dark plumage doesn't look anything amazing until the mating season begins. It's at this time when the pouch it has around its neck, similar to a huge balloon, is dyed red. This gives the impression that it's much larger and stronger, which attracts the attention of its mates and allows it to reproduce. But the magnificent frigatebird isn't only notable for this aspect. As a bird, it's extremely unique. It can reach almost 2.5 meters wide and can fly really long distances, despite not being a species that migrates frequently. The females have one of the most strident songs on the planet, and the males have one of the longest wingspans on Earth. It certainly has many elements to qualify as one of the most striking birds on our list, and a simple glance is enough to understand that rarely in life you can appreciate a creature like this. However, if you'd really like to continue discovering the secrets of the animal kingdom and its many disturbing species, you'd better make yourself comfortable, get something to eat, and accompany us to the most inhospitable corners of the world. Only there you'll meet creatures you never even knew existed, but once you know them, you won't be able to forget them. Are you ready to follow us on this adventure? Then check out these videos.